All that is done automatically. It is the craziest technology you have ever seen. You can have a receipt that's been in your pocket, you put it through the laundry, and you take it out and take a picture of it. It is still able to know these things. The cool thing is that this receipt scanning technology has already preloaded most of the vendors you're likely to work with. So if you go and scan something from a Walmart, it knows this is an office expense. If you scan something from a restaurant, it knows that this was a meal expense or an entertainment cost. So you will not have to go in and do a lot of setup work. What about your monthly bills? You get any e-bill, your telephone bill, your hydro bill, any type of expense that's emailed to you. Or if you can download it from the internet because you have an online account. In either case, we give you an email address. So, for example, if your name's Brittany, we give you brittany@perfectbooks.com. You forward that email over, it will automatically do the same thing the receipt scanning does, which is take the total expense, what it was for, who the vendor was, and of course the date of the expense. All of that is automatically put into the system for you. It also streamlines the entry of income. I mean, we can't do bookkeeping if we don't know the money that we're making, right? So how does it work? Now, you do not need to be a client of ChampionsWay and use our management software to use Perfect Books. Okay, you can also take any billing company, or if you're billing your in-house, if you're billing your students in-house, you can enter your tuition as it's collected, or you can import a report. So if the billing company you're working with, or if you're working with a local bank, however you're doing that, you can export the transaction report and import it in, and it will collect all that data and enter it in as income records per customer. Same thing with your pro shop. If you have an equipment sales front or your e-store, for example, any type of sale there can either be entered in as it's made, or you can import the transaction report once a week or once a month. End result, you don't spend a lot of time, and all your income is tallied and organized in a manner that it will compare against your expenses. Now, if you are using Perfect Mind, skip all that stuff I just talked about. It connects directly to our Billing Direct system, meaning each time students make payments, it'll automatically log that as income. And our Pro Shop store app that's built into the system, anytime you make a store sale, whether it's a sale of a private lesson, an upcoming seminar, tournament registration, or if it was goods, a pair of boxing gloves, etc., all those sales are automatically entered as income records. Really good stuff. Also, once you set up your taxes, and I mean taxes for any region, any fiscal period, any state tax setup, doesn't matter where you are, you can set it up specific to your region. Once that's set up, it will calculate the income tax you will get back, as well as the sales tax that you owe. It tracks the deadlines for tax owed and reminds you of them. You will never miss another deadline for the rest of your life. You will never pay another penalty. It also keeps record of all the payments you did make, so you can see the amount owed will go down and down and down, and it will track when you made those payments. Brilliant. Based on all the data that it collects, it will produce basic reporting and totals. So you can view these reports for quick analysis of your business. You can input the totals into your accounting software or export it. Or also, you can give your accountant, think about this for a second. Your accountant, they don't come to you, do you? You go to them. Well, let's eliminate that step. They can log in through the internet and view all the data from Perfect Books and then use that to conduct their analysis. Here's the great part. If you don't want to work with that accountant anymore, you deactivate their login and give it to the new person. So before we take a look at it, one thing I want to let you know is that the number one question we get is, yeah, but I need to keep all my receipts and all my paper hard copies because what if I get audited? Here's the revolutionary fact. The IRS and Revenue Canada, depending on where your region is, will recognize the scanned images in our software. You do not need to keep hard copies ever again. So I have to ask a quick question. Do you guys want to see it? Of course, let's take a look. All right. Now I just need to quickly ask Tatis, are you able to see my screen there? Excellent. Okay. So right now we're looking at the store. The store is where we make all our sales. Really quickly, if I was selling something, okay, let's sell a uniform, let's sell a hoodie, and while we're at it, we'll give them a t-shirt. Sounds good. All right. Who bought it? Oh, let's type in a couple letters of a name. Really quickly, the system will bring up all the different people I might be selling it to. Let's say it's Jamel. I hit checkout. How are they paying me? Oh, they pay me by cash. Let's say we add the payment over, and we complete the transaction. The system's going to ask me, hey, do you want to print a receipt? Nah, not today. I'm good. All right. Here's the beautiful part. Immediately, that type of transaction becomes an income record. Okay? So let's take a look at the incomes. Right here, we can see all the income by category. Look at it right there. Any products that you sell, so these are the hard costs, the goods, show right here. Any services you sell, private lessons, tuition, classes, that kind of stuff, they show right here. Now, quite obviously, you can see this is a demo database, and typically your services would be way higher sales than your product sales. But in this demo, I've got more product sales, so that's what's going on right here. You can also see your income by customer. Really nice to know who the big spenders are. So it'll always show you what they've paid to date for their tuition as well as any Pro Shop sales or any Pro Shop purchases, sorry. So that's put into it right there for you. Now, the income is fairly straightforward. If you wanted to just do an income entry, let's say you're not using Perfect Mind. You go to the Perfect Books app, you go into income, here's all the income records, and you just hit new. What type of income was it? Okay, this was services, right? Was it for a family or a student? Let's say it's for a student. Which student was it? They're all in there. Oh, it was Chris. What's the amount? Put it in. He paid me $125 for lessons. Date, this date. Save. Done. It's that easy, guys. That's how you can enter your income records. Now, if you have the Perfect Mind software running, you don't have to do this. It just automatically enters it for you. Okay, so that's income for you. Let's talk about expenses. Here I have my expenses. Okay, each expense in here has been